Hello everyone, I'm Greg Weaver. Welcome to The Audio Analyst. As I mentioned last week, the team at Next Level HiFi of Wayne, Illinois, has been wasting no time over the past months, taking on two new brands, SNV audio loudspeakers from Denmark and AMG turntables of Germany, as well as announcing their expansion into the Big Apple. Now, last week I shared my conversation with Mike Fajan of Sierra Sound, U.S. distributor for Germany's AMG turntables, and we got a basic indoctrination to the brand's lineup. Storgaard Vestskov, or SNV Audio for short, is a Danish high-end loudspeaker manufacturer based in Bornholm, an island in the Baltic Sea, east of mainland Denmark, south of Sweden, and north of Poland. Founded in 2023, SNV Audio is now represented here in the U.S. by Next Level HiFi. And the Fenja, these slim, gorgeous beauties behind me, is the company's flagship three-way model. After hearing the SNV Audio flagship Fenja at their U.S. introduction during AXPONA, I was quite taken. And we decided at that time to pursue a full review in my reference system. Today, I have a conversation I had with Next Level HiFi's general manager, Joshua Jendryka, about this other new manufacturer they've taken on to share with you. Let's hear what Josh had to say. All right, everyone. We are still in Wayne, Illinois. We're still at Next Level HiFi. This is the manager. This is Josh. He's been kind enough to give us some time today. We're going to talk about the second new brand you're picking up today. We talked about the AMG turntables, which is a new addition to the family here. Pretty nice chat we had with Mike about the tables and things. Do you want to talk to us about SNV and why you picked them up, how they came to your attention?
Yeah. So we became aware of SV Audio from Denmark. It's another Danish company.
Yeah.
People
imagine that.
Yeah, imagine that. What are the odds? We were at the Polish show in Warsaw last year. It was 2025, and we came across a room that had little baby versions of these. It was their grows about this big, and they were just beasts, little beasts, and they sounded very dynamic and engaging, and just they could play really loud, but they were the louder you went, they still sounded great. They were not tearing your face off. And we were just very intrigued by them. We found out that they didn't have a U.S. distributor. And Tyler, the businessman, said, well, that's a good product. And they don't have a distributor. So he's actually distributed products before. He distributed Kudos from Great Britain.
Okay.
That's a loudspeaker brand. He's done, I think he was distributor for a couple different brands before my time. So he was always on the lookout for a new brand to distribute. And so that's the story of how we became the distributor for SV.
Well, you guys had me into AXPONA a month and a half ago, and we got to hear this guy. And when you showed me this speaker, the two things that screamed Greg Weaver were that it extends down below, it goes down into subsonic territory, 20 hertz and below, and it has a rear ambience array, a tweeter on the back that helps with the spatial characteristics the speaker can present. And by the way, this speaker will be coming to my house in about a week. We'll have a setup video for that. You guys will get to see it come and being loaded in and set up.
Yeah, you're going to have the black ones, right?
Surprised me. I don't know.
Cool. Yeah.
But it's this model, and how is it pronounced?
It's Fenja.
Fenja.
Yeah.
Okay.
And these are the biggest speakers in the SV lineup.
They make 4 models, yes?
4 models.
Okay.
They've got the little Fridas. Then next up from there, the Grows, which we first heard in Poland.
And that's the first floor stander.
First floor stander, and it's a delicate looking thing, but it throws such a huge sound. They're awesome. And then the next model up is the Astrid, which are a slightly
That's the latest model, right? That's the one in between.
Yeah, in between the Grows and
this guy.
The Fenjas here.
Yeah.
And so they just debuted at the Vienna Hi-Fi show. We were very, very impressed
Cool.
and excited about their sound.
Cool.
Can't wait to get ours.
Cool.
And finally, they have the big Fenjas.
Yeah.
And these did have you written all over them.
Yeah, and the performance at AXPONA knocked me out because I asked for Tool.
Yeah.
And we got some, it was pretty impressive. Nice sized room. I believe, was it Mac gear? It was all Macintosh?
It was all Macintosh gear, yeah.
And the room sounded really good. And I was impressed enough to say, yeah, let's do the review. So
yeah,
that's going to happen.
You're the first person who came to our mind when we were looking for someone to
screams Greg Weaver all over it, doesn't it?
They dig down deep. They've got the rear tweeter.
Yeah.
I'm
Cool.
looking forward to bringing these over to your house next
I'm excited
week.
to get them.
Yeah. And I know you've got a room that can handle
Yeah.
the ferocious output that these have.
Yeah. Guys, if you have any questions, their information's in the description. Just give them a call and check it out. Watch for the upcoming review. It'll probably be 2 months out or so from here. I'm not sure. I'm not really sure when everything will end up. But
yeah.
But
SV audio, I think they're
audio.
going to make a huge splash.
Yeah, I think so too. This one knocked me out. So
they're a lot of fun.
yeah. Josh, thanks again. Everybody, we'll talk again.
Thank you.
Thanks, Josh, for filling us in on the whole SNV audio lineup. Now, as I began work on this review, I learned that my colleague and good friend, Dr. Michael Bump, will be presenting his take on the entry point to the SNV audio lineup, the two-way Frida, later this fall. Dr. B is an internationally recognized percussionist and composer, a professor of music, and the director of percussion studies at Truman State University. His professional background brings a fascinating and unique perspective to his reviews, and they are always a great read. Now, the SMV Audio Fenja stands roughly 49 inches tall, measures 9.5 inches wide, is 22 inches deep, and weighs 128 pounds. The enclosure uses 26 millimeter thick, 5-layer solid extreme tiger bamboo, and the front baffles are crafted from CNC machined aircraft grade aluminum. It features 4 7-inch Scandinavian electroacoustic systems, more popularly known as Cs, woofers, and 1 5-inch Cs mid-range driver, all of which use woven mineral cones and phase plugs. It also uses 2 1.5-inch SB Acoustics Satori ringed dome drivers. The front firing between the topmost woofer and below the mid-range, with the second at the top of the rear baffle as a rear-firing ambience recreating tweeter. Now, that rear tweeter offers a toggle switch to engage or disengage its output. And get this, the owner's manual states a plus or minus 3 dB frequency response from 11.8 hertz to 38 kilohertz. Now, the day after they arrived and I had gotten them installed and dialed in, I enjoyed an extended visit from the senior staff members of Next Level HiFi, including owner and founder Tyler Mueller, general manager Joshua Jendryka, and marketing manager Josie Gloss. Now, we got to spend several hours listening, mostly to vinyl on my newly arrived and recently reviewed Kronos Perpetual turntable. I'll have a lot more to say about Fenja with the full review, which is in the works. But at this point, after living with them for a few weeks, these Danish beauties are delivering remarkably detailed and authoritative bass and present genuinely faithful scaling. They present music with an impressive tonal balance while delivering an engaging degree of clarity and control. And their ability to render an open, extended, and finely layered, vividly descriptive, and convincingly corporeal soundstage more closely approximates the remarkable performance of my nearly 4 times as costly world-class von Schweikert Audio Ultra 9 Foundation loudspeakers, more than any other speaker in recent memory. So far, I'm leaning into what is becoming a remarkably enjoyable and engaging experience with this intriguing new Danish speaker. So watch for both my upcoming written review and companion video episode here on the channel. Oh, and before I close today, If you had guessed that this Rush jersey means that I've been to a performance of their new 2026 tour, 50-something, you'd be correct. I attended their opening night performance in Chicago, Thursday, June 16th, at the United Center. What a stunning event. The show was a visual, sonic, and performance extravaganza, an absolute musical and theatrical triumph. Having seen them 3 times over the past 5 decades, the first time during the 1975 Caress of Steel tour as an opening act for Kiss, it was a true gift to see them performing live again with the addition of phenom percussionist Annika Nielis after over a decade away from the stage. Just fabulous. As always, thank you for taking the time to drop by today. Further information on supporting the channel and my efforts may be found in today's description section or on my companion website, theaudioanalyst.com. Please stay safe and keep the music playing. Till next time, cheers.